and welcome to Long's Toys. I have an Ultraman X review for you today. This is the Cybercard Set Volume 3. It is the third Cybercard set to be released. It comes with 8 new Cybercards, 4 Ultraman Cybercards, and then 4 Kaiju cards. As you can see here, these 3 were not used on the show. That's why they're kind of like various colors. But this one down here, the Cyber Zeton card, was used on the show, so that'll have some very specific armor and attack sounds that we can take a look at in the X Divisor. I guess they decided to release it as part of this set because we never got a Zeton Spark Doll. We did get we did get an Ultraman in Zeton armor Spark Doll, but those didn't come with cards, as you saw. I reviewed them previously. So the only way to get this Cyber Zeton card, as far as I know, is in this set. But yeah, so the packaging is pretty simple. It's just a large flat square with the 8 cards displayed out. And then on the back, again, just kind of shows the 4 Ultraman cards, the 4 Kaiju cards. And of course, they do work with the X Divisor, which we'll take a look at. So I'm going to go ahead, pop these out of the packaging, and we'll take a look. Alright, so I'll take a quick close-up of the cards before we show them in the X Divisor. And I'll try to get a little bit closer here. So the first one is BH10, and that's Zoffy. Then we have BH11, Ultraman Ace. Then BH12, Ultraman Cosmos. I like his color scheme a lot. He's one of the few Ultraman that doesn't really have any red on him. You don't see that a lot. BH13, Ultraman Max, who I believe did show up in one episode to help Ultraman. Ultraman X, that is. Very cool. So put those off to the side. We'll take a look at the Kaiju cards. BK15 is Cyber King Joe. I like the look of this card a lot. I think Joe has a pretty cool design. There's the back of the card. BK16, Cyber Zeton. BK17, Cyber Valky. And then BK18, Cyber Dada, which, it's a weird name. Weirder looking alien, but there you have it. So we'll go ahead and we'll check out the sounds in the X Divisor. Alright, so the Ultraman cards with the X Divisor, I'm just going to do one time with it closed with the circle button and one time with it open with the circle button, because the other two are really just kind of repeat sounds. And I think when this is closed and you press the triangle, it's just going to say like condition check, and then make sounds we'll hear otherwise. And the same thing when it's open and you press the triangle, it just kind of, again, makes sounds that we've already heard. So I'm going to turn this on, and I'll run through all of them with it closed. It's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool sound effect. I love the way she says Cosmos. It's like Kosomosu. Alright, so that's all 4 of them with it closed, and now I will start over here with it open. We'll get some battle sounds. So you can see that each one kind of has like a special attack, or whatever their special attack sound would be when you hit these circle button. The triangle button really just kind of says their name or special sound again. Like every time you put a card in, it says the name and then has kind of a unique sound, and it just kind of repeats that unique sound. So that's pretty much the unique sound you're going to get out of this with these cards, but they're definitely a lot of fun. And now we'll go ahead and take a look at the Kaiju cards. For the Kaiju cards, I'm just going to go through each one with it open and do the circle button, because it's going to do a lot more of those like commence simulation or status check, and it's just going to repeat the sounds that it makes right after it says the name of the Kaiju. So every card, just like the Ultraman, will say the name of the Kaiju and then have like a unique sound. And then if you, it'll say, if you press this one, it'll say like commence simulation and then replay that sound. This one you can say like check status and then replay the sound. So I'm not really, they're all the same, and it's sounds you're going to hear otherwise. Now, unfortunately, that's kind of a unique battle sound, because that armor wasn't used in the show. As you can hear, that had an appearance on the show, so it had a specific attack sound. So again, because he wasn't on the show, generic attack sound. And it'll most likely be the same for this one. So there you have it. So there's definitely some neat sounds to be had. I mean, they have, they definitely say the name of the monster on the card. and they have each one has a specific kind of monster roar or similar sound, that it says right after the name. But then after that, if it wasn't used in the show, you're going to get that generic attack sound. If it was used in the show, it'll have a specific attack sound. So I think this set is pretty fun. The nice thing about it, it was relatively inexpensive. Back when they came out, they were somewhere in the area of like 1,000 yen a piece, which is kind of like $9 to $10, $8 to $10 before shipping. They're a little bit harder to find now that the show's ended and places aren't really getting stock of everything back in. So I don't know what it's going to cost in the aftermarket. But it really is going to depend on you. If you can get a good deal on it, I definitely recommend it because I think it's fun. The cards are definitely fun to collect. True, you don't get a ton of new sounds with the X Divisor, but each card will say its name and kind of have a unique power-up or roar sound depending on if it's an Ultraman card or a Kaiju card. But otherwise, like I said, they're fun to collect. The card's artwork is always very nice. I always appreciate that. They're made out of a really nice kind of plastic material that will not degrade over time like a cardboard card would, especially sliding in and out of the X Divisor. So I recommend it because I think it's relatively inexpensive and it's fun for what you get. I could understand how you would pass if you don't think it's worth it now, that it might be harder to track down and more expensive to track down. Because with the exception of the Zeton card, that being the only one seen in the show, that's the one that has the most sounds. All the other ones just kind of say their name and have a unique roar. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Cyber Card Set Volume 3 from Ultraman X, and thanks for watching.